But the moment this past year that could not top anything that we have ever done in our barbershop lives or ever would do again was our trip to Russia. We want to tell you a little bit about that.
Our journey began in June of 2007 when we received an invitation from the Russian Ministry of Culture. We accepted that invitation to be guest artists at the 9th Annual Russian Barbershop Festival to be held in St. Petersburg in August of 2008. We immediately extended the invitation to our sisters in Harmony to share this incredibly wonderful opportunity. And 13 members of choruses in Area 3 and in Area 5 joined our chorus to make the number of participants on the stage 65.
The Toronto Men's Chorus, Mega City, also shared the stage with us in some of the most magnificent venues that we could ever imagine. The theaters were more like palaces than actual theaters. They were just acoustically perfect, and the 300-year-old Capella Hall chairs were specifically designed to enhance the acoustics.
We were in awe as we stood on stages where grand composers like Mozart, Liszt, Rimsky-Korsakov, Schubert, and Strauss once performed. Our final concert was held on the stage of the Grand Philharmonic Hall, where Tchaikovsky himself gave his very last concert only 9 days before his death. Both choruses, along with OC Times, this year's Men's International Quartet Champions, performed a spectacular 15-part arrangement by Chris Arnold of Elton John's Circle of Life. This was the finale for all of our performances and commanded a standing ovation each and every time it was heard.
Due to the long daylight hours, the light from the huge, incredible chandeliers was complemented by sunlight streaming through the windows. And because of that, we could always see the faces of the people in the audience. By invitation only, the halls were filled with professional musicians, music educators, and the cultural elite of St. Petersburg. Although few of them could understand English, we knew that they always felt our message. Imagine turning to accept the applause after a ballad. We would see people with hands up to their faces and literally crying. And as our eyes met theirs, they put their right hand up to their heart in a gesture of love.
As we were preparing for our trip, others who had performed at the festival in the past told us we would be treated like rock stars. As wild as this sounded, you can imagine our excitement the first time we saw one of the huge red concert posters on display throughout St. Petersburg with our picture right in the middle. We were even interviewed for an unprecedented 7-minute television report by the national news that was broadcast throughout Russia and even reached as far as Japan.
Always, we were touched by the love of the Russian people. At each concert, Judy was presented with an official bouquet of flowers. People even came up from the audience to the foot of the stage to present her with some. Dignitaries made speeches about what great ambassadors we were for Canada and for barbershop harmonia, as they call it.
Gifts were given to us, sometimes as simple as a bar of Russian chocolate.
They lined up to have their pictures taken with us.
Concert-goers stopped us on the street and applauded as we left the concert hall.
They followed us to the buses to wave goodbye.
Although billed as a barbershop harmony festival, very few of the Russian performers sang more than a song or two in barbershop, if any. These small ensembles sang great jazz and choral works. All of these singers, without fail, were very talented and extremely well-educated musicians. The common thread was that we all sang a cappella.
And the longer that we were there, a message became very clear Russia than it is potentially here in North America. And you might wonder why, as we did. And again, it became clear to us. What started here in North America as an impromptu, fun style of singing, well, we know that it's gone to be on to become a much more artistic musical art form. That's what they've heard the past 9 years. That's what the Russian people have grown to love.
At our final concert, each of us was presented with a beautiful engraved certificate, personalized, thanking us for promoting barbershop harmony singing in Russia. We have so many special memories. A special treasure was the time spent with our Russian sisters in harmony. We sang our Canadian songs for them, and they in turn sang their beautiful Russian music for us. We spent time together socializing as well as having master's classes during the week together. At our final concert, at the finale, our wonderful new Russian sisters joined us on stage, and with hands held together and tears in everyone's eyes, we sang this song that we had taught them.